Evening all. Can you hear me? Chat is working. I tested the chat before we started to see what would happen, and I typed hello world, and when I typed the second thing, I typed two things after a row. Oops, echo. Just mute myself. I typed two things. I typed hello world, go to 10. Both things appeared on the YouTube chat. Only one of them appeared in the Twitch bar. Anyway, how is everyone this evening? Well, I hope. And Felice Maggie's there as well. It's Friday night at 8 p.m. Staring down the barrel of another long weekend. Heading to the Twitch bar tonight. Some semicolons and a bill helping me write. Electron Greg is here again with an animation that tells you where and when 100 messages go by. Congratulations on the words that you just typed. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And who's behind the wonky door? Is it MJ? Is it Richie? Make the call. Yeah, I think it's about that time. God's front porch is on the line. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And I'll drink across the street. There's people in that YouTube bar I never want to meet. I think I'm happiest right here. I made songs and I think I have another beer. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. Friday night at the Twitch bar. I'm just enjoying the last of Lord Conrad's beer. It's the last of his seasonal stocking filler. I was going to open it live, but some of his beers are a bit lively. And I opened one of them a while ago live. He had this beer one year called Nutcracker. Pretty much half of it every time went down the sink because I had to open it over the sink because it was like needed giant bottles of it as well. It was like a bottle of champagne that had been put into a paint mixer. It tasted good though. I think it was to do with the fact that he made an error of judgment to do with fermenting with nuts. He actually put nuts in it, so there was 2 rounds of fermentation that went on. But he's learned from his lessons, and his beers just get better and better. semicolons, caponology, set capo to stan. Everyone's here tonight in the Twitch bar, aren't they? This is a request for Dean Edis. And if you're listening, Dean, and I know you are, because I can see you in the chat, I hope you've put your bin out this evening, because like myself, you're probably living in the South Cambridgeshire district. And as we all know, tonight, Friday night, is bin night in South Cambridgeshire. It's the blue bin, which contains plastics and other recyclables, and the green bin, which is garden waste. I bet we've all had quite a hectic time with bin schedules over the Christmas period. Anyway.
I've got you and you've got me, and that's all that we'll ever need. But what if I decide that I want more? Like a baseball bat that's covered in blood, for all the people I have clubbed, for telling me things that I don't need to know. Hey Mikey, don't you know? My mind is here, it's always closed. Your arrogance is virtuous and tan, and you're surrounded by the yes men you deserve. Mikey, it's so plain to see that everyone you ever meet is hanging on to every single word. The rose across your mouth and I will always be your alibi to every indiscretion you incur. Hey Mikey, don't you know? My mind is here, it's always closed. Your arrogance is virtuous in turn, and you're surrounded by the yes men you deserve. Saturn watched your house burn down, and though you never made a sound, I knew that you would have the world your way. And so we took a different stance and led us down another path where everything would always be okay. Hey Mikey, don't you know? My mind is here, it's always closed. Your arrogance is virtuous in turn, and you're surrounded by the yes men you deserve. Yeah, you're surrounded by the yes men you deserve.
That was Mikey for Dean, who celebrated his bin night tonight. Thank you for the semicolons there. And hello, Rishi. Rishi just popped into the bar. A bit of a celebrity in the house tonight. Go straight through, Rishi, to the VIP area. You don't have to mess about with this riffraff. Lots of debate last week. I say lots of debate. What do people prefer? Classic Rishi, Mr. Mendel? Mr. Mendel. You must be Mendel. Or the new, improved Mendel. It's like Coke vs Coke, new Coke. Coke, new Coke, new Coke. The world is debating. Happy bin night, everyone. So who else has got bin night tonight? You must be Mendel. Both Mendels have their charms and distinct features. I'm mixing my whiskey with a smoky cockle. I do like cockles. I love like the little jars of cockles that you get, the little seafood ones, cockles and mussels. Pork scratchings, savoury pub foods. Right, that was for Dean. This is for J-Shed, who wrote me a lovely letter saying, "Dear Adi, long time listener, first time caller, could you please play California for me?" Of course I can, Jeshed. Let's not use that as a reference point for anything, Duncan.
Drinks like a sailor, smokes 2 packs a day. Never seems to care what anyone else has to say. And the weather brings me down. And the darkness brings me down. I wanna live in California, where the curbside smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Oh, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd. You get the feeling it's gonna be that kind of day, the kind when nothing ever seems to really go your way. And the weather brings me down. And the darkness brings me down. I wanna live in California, where the curbside smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Well, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd. And the weather brings me down, and the darkness brings me down. I wanna live in California, where the curbside smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old crowd. Oh, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd.
California's good, mainly due to the curbside smoking. Rishi, who here has lived in California? I have not. Have you lived in California, Rishi? I know you've lived in some other places that aren't Cambridgeshire, and some places that are Cambridgeshire. That's how we identify the world outside this county. Spent the summer there, so just 3 months. I did a Christmas there once. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was, I was there on Christmas Day. Went to the cinema in Chinatown. I don't think they celebrate Christmas, so I could go to the cinema and eat stuff. It was good. This is for Greg. It's called "You Could Have Been Somebody Else." And it goes a little something like this. Hello, John.
200 people walking down, and they won't stop now. 200 people in the crowd, and they won't stop now. Your hands are tied behind your back, your mind is filling in the blanks. Yeah, and they won't stop now. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far and now you're broken inside. Oh, I tried. 200 people walking down and it won't stop now. 200 people in the crowd and it won't stop now. They put a bag over your head, tied a rope around your neck. Yeah, and it won't stop now. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far and now you're broken inside. Oh, I tried. When I wake up every morning, it's just another day in town. When the music starts to glisten, I've never been here before. I've never been here before. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far and now you're broken inside. You could have been somebody else if you tried. Oh, I tried.
That's for Electron Greg, creator of the animations that tell us where to go. Electron, thank you. Thank you. Rabbit news. Rabbit can jump from table to table to the sofa and watch this gig with me. Is he playing Hot Lava? It sounds like he is. Right, where are we? This is for Martin. I'm not sure I've seen Martin whip by in the frenzied chat, but this is for him.
Think a lot about a lot of things, but you can't change it all. There's no use dwelling on a broken past that made you all you are. I don't miss the 80s, and I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here now, and now it's here again this time tomorrow. Nostalgia really is a funny thing. It isn't who you are. And every time you try to shake it off, you never get that far. I don't miss the 80s, and I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here and now, and now it's here again this time tomorrow. And if you try to get away, you once said away, and the mind belongs for yesterday. I know you won't get far. I don't even miss the 90s. All I am is here now, and now it's here again this time tomorrow.
Good to hear. He's adorable and well settled. So all going well with Kit. I was playing that song last time. I was actually thinking that's actually not a bad little chorus, that "Hey Kit, I hope you'll call this home." And I was thinking, if I change it from Kit to Kid, that could actually be like quite a nice universal lyric. "Hey kid, I hope you'll call this home." So, I might have... Oh, that's quick. We've reached 100 messages already. What time is it? It's not even 8:30 yet, and we've smashed a record. We've put our bins out, smashed 100 messages, finished off the last of Lord Comrades. The dog's well settled, and if you want to know what message kicked off the 100, it was Greg saying, "Yes, love him." Let's go for 200 tonight. Let's go big. Who, next week, wants to go to a bar? So after the Twitch bar, go to another bar. I'll tell you which bar after this. And let me just tell you something. It involves a Commodore 64 emulator, which I know that some of you will have. And then I'll tell you about the very exclusive bar that we could all go to. Where are we now? Where are we now? This is for Duncan.
It's been nearly 32 years since I first saw your title screen, even though I never got that far. I lay awake most every night and think about the rooms ahead, where everything just seemed to get so hard. I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer. I blew the dust from my cassette, I even fixed the Antic bug that screwed me over all those years ago. I played it on my BBC, I never liked those rubber keys, but everyone's a critic, I suppose. I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer. I'm not using emulation, I'm using the real thing. No sage day, no pausing, no waiting for God. I'm not using a walkthrough, it's all intuition. No YouTube, no forum, no scanning through blogs. Yeah, I never got this close before, I never got this near to completing Jet Set Willie, so go get me another beer.
That's for Duncan. Couple of iffy chord changes there, even though I rehearsed it twice. Even the pros. Gotta lay some good route ground walls. What's been going on? Attic Bug song. Has anyone bought anything from the Attic Bug when they've been to an expo? Is it? I'd love to have a beer with Duncan because of his rabbit. Rabbit wants to chew on my hoodie, but if it damages this t-shirt I got for Christmas, then it's going in the pot. Have you ever eaten rabbit? It's very good. I've had a couple of rabbit pies in my time. You don't get it that often, do you? Anyway, where are we? British IBM. How are the other guys from the group doing? They are doing well. Scott and Dave playing another band as well called Death to Slow Music. And they put out something, I think, recently. They've got some videos and bits and pieces. So if you check out World of Davo, or just what is he on? I think it's World of Davo on Instagram and Twitter. You'll see about his other antics. One day when he's allowed in this house, He'll be here, maybe. Maybe Scott will too, crouching down here on a little tambourine or something. But not for long now with the online orders. I don't know what I've missed there, what you're buying online. Let me tell you about this bar. Let me just be back. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to show you something. There's an Attic Bug. I've seen the Attic Bug. I think that was an online shop as well. I think I've bought from Attic Bug in the expos. Anyone ever seen this book? It's the history of LucasArts, and they, years ago, did this chat thing called Habitat. Where is it? Where is Habitat? Not that one. Not that. Where is it here? After Maniac Mansion. Not that. Here it is. Habitat. Basically, it was like an online chat thing that looked like that. It was a whole world that existed online on the Commodore 64. And I thought that was a cool thing. I thought it'd be good to actually have done that back in the day. But I didn't have a Commodore 64 or a access to a phone line in my bedroom. Anyway, I did a little bit more research on Habitat. There's something called Neo Habitat. If you go to the website, it's something like neohabitat.org. Basically, they've got the servers and done lots of things, clever things, spun it all up again a while ago. With a Commodore 64 emulator, you can now go on Habitat again. So I was thinking, next week after the gig, we could all go on Habitat and go to a bar. I think there's a bar in there. But I'm going to load it up on my machine again, work out the locations and how to get around and stuff. If anyone's bored and wants to jump on a Habitat with me to give it a trial run, let me know. But then next Friday, once we finish the gig, we can all go into Habitat on the Commodore 64, hang out. It is like Second Life on the Commodore 64. Or like that thing from Halt and Catch Fire. This is for Duncan and for Martin. I got 2 requests for this.
You hit it out, you hit it out. So how was I supposed to know? And if I tried, yeah, if I tried, I know there's nowhere left to go. And I watched every scene from your long forgotten dreams, and I'm still waiting for the man of the hour to come back for more and save us from drowning in a sea of despair that was left on your front door. I miss it all, I miss it all, I miss the way you used to talk. It all went wrong, it all went wrong, and now your body's lined with chalk. And I watched every scene from your long forgotten dreams, and I'm still waiting for the man of the hour to come back for more and save us from drowning in a sea of despair that was left on your front door.
Man of the hour. Gritty. So who's up for that then? If you're up for Neo Habitat, put in the chat. I'm up for that. That sounds like a great idea, AD. I'm waiting for the moon. What a song. We're out of requests now. So we're into 80s bit of the set list.
To help with your homework in the household accounts. If you're dead, he ever works it all out. Hey, 16K, what does that get you today? You need more than that for a letter. Oh, go around packs are much better. Hanging around the library, we're writing down the pokes and peaks. The Acorn Electrons just cheaper. BBC Micro, Nyla and Ellie. Hey, 16K, what does that get you today? You need more than that for a letter. Oh, score and packs are much better. These modern games, you know, they might look very flash, but they'll never beat the thrill of getting through. Jetpack. Hey, 16K, what does that get you today? You need more than that for a letter. Oh, score and packs are much better. Hey, 16K, what does that get you today? You need more than that for a letter. Oh, score and packs are much better. Those were the days. Those were the days. Next end.
I wonder if it actually gives you a little notification if you get to 200 messages, or it's one of those kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not compound. What's the word when it's kind of like it's 100, but then the next one's 500, and the next one's 1,000 or something. Yes, I'm assuming that yes that was at the top of the chat that I just read from Duncan means yes, he's up for going to the Habitat Bar. And you don't need that book to go to the Habitat Bar. I just found out about it whilst reading that book some time ago. I'm shocked to discover there was a secret diary of Adrian Mole game on the Specky from browsing Attic Bug Shop. Says Rishi from his VIP, beyond his VIP velvet rope.
I know that you don't have a backbone, body that you took home seems to far removed from your own. So I tried to shed a little more light. It was my deepest regret. How I wish you'd forget. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. Sing a song that means nothing to anyone until the words come true. For a moment or two. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. Wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. Yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. Yeah, I know you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems to far removed from your own.
Hello, Simon. I've barely scraped the surface yet, but there is a ton of content in there. I'm assuming you're still talking about Habitat and the excitement of going in there next week. Or you're talking about Attic Bug. Thank you for the semicolons there, Greg.
We're all 22. We haven't got a clue. And one day we will die. What's more important is the meantime? We're working dead-end jobs, hating what we're not. So what's the point in this? I still think that ignorance is bliss. Another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. But what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess. We're all 17. There's nothing we haven't seen. We think that we've done it all, but we're gonna end up for a fall. And no jobs needed yet. 6 weeks of summer spent. We're not really doing much. I've got some friends that keep in touch. There's another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. And what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess. another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. And what comes next you can only guess, 'cause life is one big mess.
UK Mike from Retro Gaming Roundup, also partly in the celebrity group now. Wouldn't normally do this, Mike, but now you're a published author, I'm gonna unclip the velvet rope and I'm gonna let you go behind there with Rishi, where you can chat about creating songs about Mendel and books about SoCal Mike. How's the book going, Michael? I've got my digital copy. Anyone else got a copy of Smoke and Mirrors yet? There's now 2 people in the VIP area. There we go. The last of stocking filler. I told an anecdote earlier about Nutcracker, Michael. Do you remember Nutcracker? And how lively that was. Duncan types in red sometimes and I can't read it on the background. Eyes the velvet rope enviously. Play your cards right, Duncan. You could get in there. Have a little chat with Rishi. Or Mike. Still got some of my shirt. Was impressed with the book. Turned out to be real. Thought we were funding a pinball table. I thought we were funding a pinball table. That's why I backed it, because I thought I could play pinball next time we went around Mike's house. Turns out he used it to write a book. It's about that time. God's Front Porch is on the line.
I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Life with you never felt like this. Never been one for the simple things. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. Quit your job and walk away. Didn't like it that much anyway. Sell your house and start again. Burn your past and make new friends. You can check out anytime you want. It's already been a tad too long. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. But if I tried and if I missed, would you leave me alone like this? For all the things I've ever done, would you let my life go on? Cause I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down.
We're in the home stretch now, and then we can make choices. Changes his colour. How do you do that, Duncan? How do you change the colour of your font? Actually, do you know what? I can actually work it out myself because I've left Twitch running today in the background so I can see if it goes down at any point. And I realise you just click that button there, don't you? If I do this, and that, mod view. Oh no, that's not what I want. Whoa, that's not at all what I want. Switch to non-mods. I've got no idea how you change your colour. Wow, there's a lot of options just came up. I thought it was just clicking a button, and it's not. Right. This is a song about water. A very particular kind of water that's mixed with something called sugar. It goes a little something like this. Berry water would be better, wouldn't it?
I'm sorry for all those little things I said. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. And I want you now, without you alone, you said. You can't spend it all from the graveyard floor when you're dead. Do you want to sell your water? Do you want to change your world? Do you want to sell berry water, or do you want to change the world? I missed you, and all those little things I did. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. Yes, your loyalty strayed, my integrity stayed, and I wept. Yeah, it's insanely great how with you I replaced my friend. Do you want to sell berry water, or do you want to change the world? Do you want to sell berry water, or do you want to change the world? Sell berry water, or do you want to change the world? Do you want to sell berry water, or do you want to change the world?
Brewdog is offering free beer to everyone in the UK. This is nuts, isn't it? What a night. Bins going out, 100 messages before 8:30, and now Brewdog are giving us free beer. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to down my beer and celebrate by drinking my free Brewdog beer. Let me just down this one. That is good. If I ever was going to go into business and I was going to start up a company making computers, and I thought that Lord Conrad was someone that I wanted to go into business with, and he was reluctant to do so because he wanted to make his beer then probably the line from that song is what I would use to coax him into my new business. There we go. Look at that, that was quick, wasn't it? Just arrived, just now. That is my free Brewdog beer. Click that link. That noise. It's a lovely noise, isn't it? Except when it's Coca-Cola or lemonade. The second beer of Friday. Right. Love that 80. Top songage right there. Thank you, Jeshed. This is the last song of the evening. I think we've all had a lovely time. Don't forget, between now and next week, install your Commodore 64 emulator. Get yourself in the air. Last time I went on Neo Habitat, there was no one on there. So that's another reason to do it, so that when I'm on there, there's other people in the world. It has been a lovely time, hasn't it, Duncan? That's a good word, isn't it? Lovely. Cracking is another good one, isn't it, if you had a good time? We've had a cracking time tonight.
Standing in an alleyway between two bars, blood on my face. You're looking at me, and I'm looking at you. Remember when we were both still friends? None of this would have happened now. And everything I learned from you. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British champion. Return and you think I agree, but I can never be the one to talk you down. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down. Never understood what's a heaven for. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. What we started would be the British champion. Books, a little world that we both once should watch a little time as time goes by. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down. I never understood what's a heaven for. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. What we started would be the British champion. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British champion.
it would be good to keep going, wouldn't it? Once this is all done and dusted, it gives us a purpose, doesn't it? It gives Rishi a purpose as well. Making more Mendel videos. He thought that song was done with now. He thought it was in the past and we've just dug it up. How long ago did you write that Mendel song, Rishi? If you can hear me from behind your velvet rope. Thank you, Duncan. Thought you might be performing in your bar. I will be. At some point, I'm going to try doing that. There's lots of things that need to be done. Right now, I've kind of finished building the back wall of the bar, nearly. I've got a few other little bits and pieces to do. It looks quite nice and rustic in there. I've kept the... One thing that I think always looks very nice, and Mike agreed with me when I told him, is that the way I'm building my... quick catch up, if you don't know this, I've got a double garage and I'm slowly building shelving and stuff to put my retro stuff on and trying to build a little bar in there as well. But one of the things that I think looks quite nice is rather than just plasterboard the wall, because this wall looks a little bit boring, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be nicer if that was exposed brick? And in garages you have exposed brick. Match that up with cheap panel wood and my half-assed DIY skills, and you've got yourself quite a nice rustic-looking bar. And when that's done, I'll be able to play in there, fingers crossed. But at the moment, I'm monitoring the humidity, because obviously I'm storing stuff in there, and I put a humidifier in there. It was 85 a few days ago, and now it's down to 70% humidity. I want to keep it around early 60s if I can, once I've got it under control. I've done a little bit of insulation. I've got a dehumidifier. It's going to be good. And also that means that people that I know, obviously not complete strangers, people I know can pop into the bar now and again, sit at the bar and have a drink whilst I'm doing this. Imagine that. Anyway, right. First things first, request for next week. Let me just put my guitar down. That bit of paper has been well used. There's a set list from 2 weeks. That's alright, we can use it again. Look, there's no set list on that side. I don't want to lean on that. I don't want to lean on my LucasArts book, because I heard recently, now it's out of print, it's actually worth money on eBay, that Rogue Leaders book. Not millions of pounds or anything like that, but enough that I don't want to inscribe on the back of it. Grab something to write on. Here we go. This nondescript box will do the job. So we've got animal for Felice, Maggie, aka the Spoart. I've seen the bar, it is impressive. Animal California for Michael. California. I've heard as well that Michael said to me that he'd be interested in paying in advance large sums of money to do his book launch in my home bar. California for Mike. Home. Do you know how much it costs for pallet wood? It is free if you take it off the pallet yourself. If you don't take it off the pallet, it's like £10 for a massive bundle. Where are we? Home for Dean. Animal California home thing. John wants Bob Noyce. I've written that the wrong way around. I've written John Bob Noyce. It's like Bob Noyce has requested John. Request W. I don't know what that is. W? Do you want a song about a former president? CV. Don't know what you're doing there, Duncan. Without a smile for Simon. Smile. Simon. That's not an instruction, by the way. Fake news. Nothing ever lasts for Jeshed. Nothing lasts for Jez. Pikey for Jez. I would like Bob Noyce to sing about me. He might do. Maybe that's what you'll be rewarded with when you get to heaven. If there's a heaven and you get there one day, maybe Bob Noyce will be sitting there. Come on in, John. I wrote this song about you. Oscar Pike. Duncan wants Oscar Pike and Sunrise. Sunrise. Duncan. And he also wanted Bob Noyce, which is also requested by John, so I'm going to put Duncan there as well. Duncan. Anything by Jean-Michel Jarre. I'll write that in the bottom right hand corner. I've just writing that down now. That's done. Electron Greg. Can we have Kit? You can have Kit. At some point that might transform into another song, Jez, and I might have to give you a songwriting credit. Hey Kid. Hey Kid, I'll be calling some. Well, wait, no. Jez, Kit for Jez Shed. Waiting for Kit and also for Greg. Boom, excellent. King of Everything for Greg. KIT and KOE for Greg. If AD writes it down, I know it's being seriously considered and not just dismissed out of hand while he humours me. Okay, what would you like? You've got some big choices here tonight. Are you still in the chat, Rishi? Before we start, let's not do any voting just yet. Are you still in the chat there, Rishi? Because obviously this is a big moment for you. Could be MJ Hibbett. I don't decide, you decide. The first thing that appears in the chat when I say, after I've said the word that begins with G, Rishi 20, is Rishi there? If he's not, you can get away without offending him. Okay. When I say the word, someone type either your choices are MJ Hibbett's Hey Hey 16K, MJ Hibbett's It Only Works Because You're Here, Rishi, the classic version, or Rishi, new improved Rishi. And it only after I've said, oh, we go, late request, We Were the Stars. I'll put that on the list. Go. It only works. Yeah, that's the rules. Stars for, who was that? Duncan. Duncan, how many songs is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Chuck Sugar Water and British IBM on that, and you've got yourself a set list. Okay. See you all next week. We're watching It Only Works Because You're Here by MJ Hibbett. Rishi has had far too much time in the privilege zone. We did listen to him last week, and he's been in the VIP area all night eating fish and drinking fine cognacs. So, but we will play you again, Rishi, and I'm sure he'll be here in the chat. And yeah, install your Commodore 64 emulator, and we'll work out how to do Neo Habitat for the after show party next week. Bye everyone, thanks for coming out. See you next Friday.
Hello everybody, I'm MJ Hibbett. Amy's asked me back again to do another song, so I thought I'd do for you my favourite song of mine, my favourite song that I've ever written. I think this one is quite good. This is a song about love in the information technology community. And when I say it's a song about love in the information technology community, I mean it's pretty much the song about love in the information technology community. So this song is called It Only Works Because You're Here, and if you know the words, why not sing along at home? Here we go. The phone rings 9 times before he says yes. She's got a problem with Internet Explorer, and he's the computer desk. He waits and takes a lift to her floor and says, show me the problem then. She's mildly mortified to find that everything's working again. She flushes bright pink, which he thinks is wonderful. She feels like such a fool, and so she says it only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You've got my windows to open, la-da-da. Weeks pass, and that's that, until he gets in late one day to see she's been and posted a post-it note onto his screen that says, could you pop up when you've got a minute? He flies up 5 flights of stairs to find her computer rebooting. The main site IT guy sat in her chair. He's red-faced and out of breath, which she thinks is wonderful. She knows he wanted to help her, and so she says it only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You've got my windows to open, la-da-da. So he pops in to see her when he's passing, and also when he's not. She's fairly sure that he feels something for her, but can't say exactly what. He's nervous and he's shy, and that's part of the reason why she likes him. But the vague chance of romance is not enough reason for her to stay. He can't believe it when he hears that she's leaving from her whip-round wielding PA. There's not enough room on the card to fit all the words that burn in his heart. She's leaving. It's horrible. He doesn't know what to do until at her leaving do. He puts his hand to his heart and says, it only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You've got my windows to open, she says. Well, you've left it a bit bloody late, so let's not waste time now. I think you're great. They kiss. Crowd cheers. Main site IT guy goes home in a flood of tears. There we go. Oh, and by the way, if you have been affected by any of the issues raised in this song, please don't cry for me, Guy. Thanks for...
Hi there, my name's Rishi, I'm a friend of Adrian's, and like you all, I've been entertained by the British IBM sets that have happened over the past few months during the lockdown period. Adrian's kindly invited me along to come and sing a song of mine. This is from my Genomics the Musical, which is a singing science project, the opening song, which is about how a guy called Gustav Mendel came up with the ideas of genes, that there are 2 copies inside of us from growing lots of pea plants. Grew up on the family farm. monastery with an experimental garden. 6 years wrapping bags around the flowers of plants, giving us the music for the genetic dance. You must be Mendel. You must be Mendel. Whoa, yeah. You measured traits of plants that gave us bees, then controlled how they got to breed. You then measured traits of plants that you grew up on the family farm and moved to a monastery with an experimental garden. 6 years wrapping bags around the flowers of plants, giving us the music for the genetic dance. You must be Mendel. You must be Mendel. Whoa, yeah. You measured traits of plants that gave us bees, then controlled how they got to breed. You then measured traits of plants that grew from those seeds, eventually proposing that living things had genes. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yeah, Mendel, Mendel, oh yeah. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yeah, Mendel, 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 oh yeah. It's a shame they didn't believe straight away in the theory you got from your plants. It was only after you died that they gave the bees a chance. Growing 29,000 plants was not the only trick. You then had to perform some Mendel arithmetic, probabilities of dominant and recessive traits, giving us genetics and showing us the way. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yeah, Mendel, Mendel, oh yeah. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yeah.